All right, just had a couple of thoughts with regards to squatting. When you don't have a spotter for a squat, it's very important that you set yourself up in the cage the correct way. And that comes first by making sure that you set up the safety pins in the right place. Now, depending on what depth you like to squat to, that's where you're gonna set up those pins. You know, I'm guilty of sometimes neglecting to do this, but it's very important to do it. Okay, so you're gonna set up the pins. I like squatting pretty deep, so when I squat down low, these pins are gonna be about 4 or 5 inches below where my lowest point is, so that I'm ready to have the right place when it's time to bail if I fail or if I get hurt or something like that. So the pins are going to catch the bar, of course, in that squat, but more importantly, when we're talking about back squats, it's important to ask yourself whether or not you want to bail forward or whether you want to bail backwards with that bar. I personally recommend for the back squat to bail forward because it's going to be a little bit more control when you do it. Here's what I'm talking about. So I'm going to get under the bar and do my squat, and let's say that I'm at a max weight or I'm at my last rep where I don't have any juice in the tank, so I'm stuck at the bottom, and so I have to bail. I'm going to try to bail forward. Just like that. So I let my back go forward just a little bit so that it rolls in front of me and I can sort of push the bar off of me this way as well, and I can sort of bail that way. It allows me to keep control with my hands as well on the bar and sort of guide the bar down to those safeties and trust the fact that they're going to catch that bar and I can get out from underneath the bar. Now the alternative would be for people to bail backwards. Now what that looks like is the bar's going to come back this way, and it might take your hands along with you and bend your hands back, extend your hands, and you don't really want that. It's not going to be as comfortable or as easy to do. But it'll look something like this. You're stuck at the bottom of the squat like this, and then you bail that way. Now you can see how awkward that was. I sort of fell backwards. A lot of people are going to stumble backwards, or they might jump forward even, but they don't have any space in the rack to do that if they're in a typical squat cage or power rack. So that's not the way that I recommend to do it compared to bailing forward, and that's the way that I sort of recommend for people to follow along if they're squatting and they don't have a spotter. That's it.